Everyone is Enrico Janko. I'm the Signal, and we're powered by the mighty Team Alliance. And we're just on the charts. We're watching the chart as a transition out of the box. So just brought the charts up because we're using our magic boxes. And let's see how we move it. We just take it from the top, kind of rotate it down into the new price area. And then I got all of this area encompassed. I'll go up to the high right here. It's about halfway. Something like that. Alright. And so this is our new price area. I'll bring it down. This is our new price area really right here. And I will be looking in the magic box, as we call it, I guess I call it now, and looking at the previous resistance lines that were created by this upwards move. So this upward move right here, remember this move going up here, it created support lines that will now become resistance lines, and we're using them inside the box and at the edges of the box. That's how we find good trades. At this time, after 8 o'clock, I won't do any trading because at that time the market moves much quicker, and it's easier to make an error. And I'm not one to want to make errors over and over again, so I won't jump into this at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I'll probably come back on about 11:30, quarter to 12. One thing I always say with the market, you want the easiest trade. You don't want to do trades that are difficult. And in the U.S. session, that's where the most volume is in the market, and where the market moves erratically, or even if it's not moving erratically, it just moves faster than it moves at other times. So our market has actually made it down to the level that we wanted to buy from originally. If you remember, our magic box got all the way up here, and we actually wanted to buy from around this area when the market actually ran away. Let's look at it on the 5-minute real quick. Yep, see down here in this area and down here, actually we find that we want to get in to do some buying, possibly. Once again, when this was all going up, when it was in this particular uptrend, it was creating support lines to move up because it went up because of good support, right? And these support lines, these special types of support lines, I'm calling them Enrico's rifts, right? But they're just really good support lines that will hold, and we'll use these support lines to be the resistance and the edges for our boxes as we continue along with the analysis. As you can see, it got news coming up. Today's pretty much news-filled day, so the market will bounce probably, or who knows, it might just shoot up in one direction. I don't know what it's going to do. I just know that there's news on the horizon, and that's reason enough for me to stay out the market, especially in the daytime in the USA session. All the news is in the daytime, so that news will probably propel the market in some type of direction, or make it very erratic, or something I don't want to be in. And hopefully in the afternoon the market will be more suitable to how I want to trade, because I want to trade off of solid information. With the news, you're going to get a lot of just sentiment and people just trading off of what was said on the news, and a lot of overshoots of price levels, so you won't get an accurate picture of what's exactly going on in the market with the news a lot of times. Or not enough accurate information for me to trade off of. Some people might do that. All right, so that's what we're going to be looking at. This whole system of looking, I believe, at the market is very simple, and I like it because it's independent of any platform that you're on. Right? All we are doing is getting good support and resistance numbers, right, and putting a box around it, so we won't be looking at too much other things but what's going on within the box and how the market is reacting within it, right? So just like most systems that work well in the market, it's simple. It's not anything complex, right? We might make it look complex, but it's very simple what we're going to be actually doing. All right. I want to actually let me actually show you how we're looking at this, just in case this is one of your first times watching. I'm just going to bring out a pen real quick. This is probably going to be a little too sloppy, right? Just a tad bit sloppy, but I want to show you just real quick. So as this market goes up, right, it's going up, 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 right? What it's going to do to go up is going to have little patches of support, right? Support, little patches of support, right? And these patches of support is where the market kind of bought up rigorously in this uptrend, right? So what I do is like to extend these marks out. I like to extend these supports out. I call them Enrico's rifts, right? They are lines in the sand in the market, right? So I kind of extend these out into the future, right? Very simple like that. Just extend them out into the future. And then when this market starts to come down, right? Because I'm expecting the market, what goes up comes down, right? So if I'm expecting the market to eventually come down to these levels, right, then I'm expecting when it hits these levels that we have some type of reaction in the market, right? And when you look at this, it looks like it's a far distance, and when you think about it, it's only a 40 pip difference, right? It's only about 40 pips, which is nothing in the Great British Pound US dollar, all right? That's 40 pips is nothing really. So after this is extended out, as the market moves, right, I will put a box around it. So once the market is in the zone it's at now, so that's where it's at. If it moves down in this zone, I'm putting a box around the activity, right, just like that. And it'll be activity in there, whatever, and I'm trading off of that, right? I'm trading off of that, right, based on what I got from before, the information I got. So I get to do some pre-planning in my trade setup. I get a good microscopic view with my magic box to let me know what's going on also. Because within this box kind of cuts the market now in zones, right? You got the top, the bottom, and then the half point right there of the box. And then we know that the low prices are down here, high prices at the top of the box. All right? So that's just a very simple way that we actually look at this market. And we like to do it like that because we can use it in so many different ways. We can use it for long-term trading, and we can use it for short-term trading. Long-term, anything, I'm talking about anything over 5 minutes is long-term for me. Short term, anything under 5 minutes, right? So we can use it for trading all the vehicles and instruments and time frames with this knowledge. The critical part of it is to have knowledge of price action, to understand what the price action is doing around all these points. Because if you understand what the price action is doing, then that's going to give you a clue as to where the big market, the big money is moving to. And that's what you really got to know, like how can I follow the big money, right? You don't want to outsmart the big money or the big traders in the market. You kind of want to more so follow them, because if you follow them, you're just going to be going with the flow of the market, right? You're going to be doing what they're doing, right? So right now, like I said, all of this movement right now, I won't probably do anything, even though when it comes down here, my plan was to buy, but I could wait till it gets down here at some other time, right? I could wait till it gets down here, maybe, I don't know, 2, 3 o'clock, or wherever it is at 2, 3 o'clock. I'd rather be trading there than kind of dealing with all the movement that I'm going to get in the market here. Even though it's a little structured movement, it's kind of moving nicely. You see I'm seeing them buying up right here. Probably it'll even fall down further, so the buys down here could get another shot after taking some money up here, after trapping people up here in the middle part somewhere. Then the price will come even further down, right? And now new buyers could come in there, new buying strength, and that'll bring the market way back up probably. So this is just things that you look for, and it makes it easier in this box, right? Because now the market is cut off, right? And you can just kind of tell that this is the low prices, this is the high prices. Looking at it just like the candy store, right? If you was going into the wholesale candy business, you want to buy it at the low price, sell it for the higher price. And this is the same way we kind of we'll be looking at the market. All right. What else I got here? I'm just watching different areas, because this would be like a little area of resistance. So I put my line here, and if I move it across, you'll see that the market kind of stopped right there and stalled. So once it stops there and stalls, then we look at it so we can make some decisions, right? All right, I saw the market go down to the point, and it actually started buying up from that point, and then it stalled somewhat. But then I'm seeing it buy up still, but drop off, be rejected really quickly. Because it's being rejected really quickly, I'm not going to just rush in and buy, because there's a lot of selling pressure at this point, right? A lot of selling pressure at this point. I'm going to wait till the market comes all the way down, and the market likes to move in ways that are pretty subtle, because it tricks you into thinking that it's finished and it's going to change direction and all of these things, and you always got to wait for confirmation before you can do anything. So like this market is going down, and I know that down here they're buying, but that doesn't specifically mean they're buying right here at this line. A lot of times the market likes to push it down even below where the current buying is, right? And then start buying up. So they come down a whole 5-10 pips and start buying below everyone's price, right? So they kind of like take out everyone and take out all the money, Take out all the money, take out people's stops that they have, make everyone, it's kind of like shaking the trees. Shake the trees and get all the weak hands out the market, right? This is happening in the foreign exchange market all the time. And we're matching that up with whatever independent platform that we're working with. So it happens, it comes right to this line, right, and kind of stalls, right? Is the box magic, or is the market watching our box? No, we just place the box in a well-positioned area, right? And that's how we wanted to have our boxes, because this box is doing all type of math for us, right? It's doing all types of math in this box. The angles of how the market is moving is kind of expressed within this box a lot. So that's why I like to look at it. Now we know the market moved out of this box, our magic box, but we also know that we don't want to just say that the market is breaking out, because most of the time the market doesn't break out, right? There's a lot of smart traders out there also that's watching this event, and if the bears don't show enough enthusiasm, they're waiting to get into the market and move it in the opposite direction, the bulls, because there are people that are counter trading this just as smart as you and I are. They're saying that this is not going to be a breakout, and so they're playing for the fact that it's not going to be a breakout, and that it's going to come back within the box, or back near the box at least. Right now it's doing a pretty good job of convincing that it's a breakout, right? But you can't even let that just say that it is what it is, because we have to wait from candle to candle to really know. The next candle could bring the market all the way back up, or challenge the high of the last candle. And then the next candle after that challenge the high of that candle, and it could go on and on until we're back in the box in here somewhere. So here's some buying up from below. See how it kind of shot below, then it starts buying up, right? Will it buy all the way up? We don't know, but we sit and wait for confirmation. So it's small things we watch like that. We see that the buying was strong on this particular candle, so I'm assuming that maybe the buying will be strong on the next candle. That's just an assumption. I wait to the market to prove that assumption, and then I can act on it, or I can decide to stay on the sideline and be inactive because not enough proof has been given to me. Our analysis of these bars might seem over analysis, where you like, well, it's always something going on, it's always some type of trap being set. How can I ever feel comfortable trading? That's where the study comes in, and understanding the behavior of the market and which trades are higher probability trades than other trades, and which patterns and price actions lead you to believe that a high probability opportunity is going to come. All of these little pieces and bits is what I try to convey to you in the videos, and that's why I constantly tell you to stay following, and if you got questions and concerns, to let me know about some of them so we can work them out. I don't want to keep you dependent on me, right? I want you to actually be able to go out and flourish on your own. And the way to do that is to actually learn this skill. So if you're a plumber and you want to go make money plumbing, you want to learn how to use your wrench very proficiently. And the behavior of the market and how we move around it and move with it is actually our wrench, right? See, the market is still even moving further down. Moving down less selling pressure than it did, but still some selling pressure. You also notice that we don't prematurely move the box either. The box just stays in place until the market has confirmed that the price action has shifted from the box area on a higher time frame basis, really, almost. Like if the market would continue just to move down in a real true breakout, so it was considered a breakout, that would mean that the market moved down a whole price level in zone, and the prices that was low, that were considered low before, is now considered high. You see, because the axis, the Enrico's rift, once that is broken, the high price is now the low price. But on the other side, the low price becomes the high price as the market does the opposite of what we're discussing right now. As I was saying, we have news that is going to be going on till about, I think, 10 o'clock, 9:45 on the chart. So the market could be in anticipation of that. So they can buy the market all the way down in anticipation of the news pushing it back up. It's a lot of background information going on also that we don't know about. Most likely the people in the know already know what's going to be said on the news also. So they're already placed their bets. They're already in position. And now they're just broadcasting the bets out to the public and to the people that's closer to them than the public. The public gets the quotes last. So anything that we're watching on the screen is past tense. A lot of people have already made their money. You're looking at prices that are already gone. They're past tense. So we're always operating off of old data. So when we get in the market looking at moves to get with, we have to get with the moves that are of the strongest and powerful variety. That's the type of moves we kind of want to be a part of, because it negates the time factor that we have that we're dealing with, the lateness. So if there's a lot of money that the market has to move, you know it has to move it kind of in chunks, you know, maybe 4 or 5 pip chunks sometimes. So you know they got to move it. So when you see them moving it like that, and you're a part of that, it makes your trading much more easy and more comfortable. If you're always battling for every trade, it's going to make it a little disheartening for you after a while, because you're going to lose like that. Every trade is not a battle. Any trade could be a great trade with no battle at all, because you can find great trades all the time. A lot of this is having the patience to only pick the best trades, only pick the best. So if you pick the best trade that you feel and it loses, well, you know, that's okay. But if you keep losing, then that's a problem, because it's all the best trades aren't going to produce consistent losing. All the best trades is only going to give you winners. I know I was supposed to get out the spreadsheets today, and I've got to do that. I've been doing a lot of work in the background, so I haven't got that out, but don't worry, no worries. We'll get the spreadsheet out, and we're going to make it easy to follow along with the information and what I'm actually doing in the market, because you're going to want to know, well, did he win that? Did he lose that one? I remember he took this, did what happened, all that. So we want those numbers, and we want them in the spreadsheet, so we can see also which platforms do we perform the best in, which platforms are we most comfortable in, which platforms do we just enjoy to trade on. So we're going to look at all of those things, but we're not really in a rush. We want to continue with the analysis with our magic box, using Enrico's riffs to get high quality support, resistance areas. We're putting all that together right now, and I'm putting it together for everyone, so the starting point will be the same for everyone once they get into the training area, right? I understand that a lot of people want to get to trading, and we are going to get to trades, and we're going to take trades when the trade is available. But this is not high frequency trading. I don't like to do, that's not what I like to do in the market, especially in a market as Nadex is, because it invites you to do high frequency trading on that 5-minute level, right? We're going to look at more high frequency trading on the longer time frame, so maybe on the spread level, where it's a little cushion for you if you have any trip ups, slip ups, falls, right? You should not, but we know that we do, everyone does. So I want to make this where you can actually follow along, and you'll be able to take the trades, and then as you get more proficient in all of this, as I explained it also, you'll be just taking your own trades also, and then we'll look at some of those and see what you may have done right or wrong, right? Was there a reason why you was profitable? Was there a reason why you lost? What conditions and factors led you into the trade? All of these parts and components of the trade we're going to discuss and break down fully. My goal is to make 1,000 retail traders profitable. Right? When I say profitable, I mean outwardly profitable, where you can firmly and confidently say that I understand what's going on in the market, and I can trade consistently well. Because that's all you really need, especially in the Forex market. All you need to do is, get a level of consistency in your trading, and you'll do a lot. Especially because I believe the market, compared to the binary option market, like a lot of the Forex market, it's a lot more forgiving for you with a high level of profit potential. So, just little pieces of things, little pieces of information that we're looking at. As I said, you see the news got an amber alert, and what's that? Is that a red? No, 2 amber alerts. So they're medium, mid impact. But we'll see how the market actually reacts to it. It kind of looks like the market definitely did a breakout, right? And changed zones, right? Change zones. So I would probably just take my box and bring the bottom of it down here, right? Leave the top right where it's at. I mean, leave the bottom where it's at. So as we do it, this bottom becomes the top, and this is the new bottom, with the low prices being here and the high prices being here. And again, if the market was to turn over and be back on this side of it, of the line, above the line, then the market, while the market is buying up. Now I actually lost my train of thought right there. Something just caught my attention in the window. I'm sorry. But while this is going on, we're just going to be patient. And as I was saying, as the market starts buying up, if the market starts buying up on this line right here, then this becomes the market's new low prices as it turns around. So we're not going to change the box alignment quite yet, because I just want to sit and see what this does for a little bit, right? I mean, eventually it'll probably come back up into the box area, but I'm wondering if it's going to come all the way into the box or not, or just make this the new resistance, make this the new price high. So I'll leave it just for now. And that's what's going on. So as we continue, you're going to just be building up your regular Nadex account, right? We still do our, we still on our Nadex do our 1-a-day accounts, right? That's what we do on Nadex. Nadex is like our savings account. I want to do a couple other things on here. That's why I got to get the spreadsheet out. So that's what's happening with that. We didn't do BET online as of yet because the market has been a little erratic, and that's the site you can't win on that site at all, really, when the market is just erratic, because it's just a game of chance at that point. And I don't want to play games of chance, right? I'm not here to take chances. I'm here to take high probability trades, and trading can slowly creep into gambling with the deterioration of your mindset. All right? So these are things that we're paying attention to and keeping in the forefront. All right? So I'll be back a little later. Since Rico Janko, I'm Signal, and we're powered by the mighty Team Alliance.